Hi folks, this is Tom. It's been about a month since we hooked up the two battery stacks and the two solar arrays, so it's time for an update. How are things doing? Well, here's what we're doing today. If you look, we have minus 27 amp hours, and we actually have 49 amp hours going in. So the minimum state of charge was 91%, and we went to 100% here today. That's about what's happened. I think this is probably from midnight here. Actually, we're drawing probably about 40 amp hours a day, 40, 45. So we've recovered all that we've used. The bottom line is that, let's see, load-wise right now, we have two freezers on the circuit. That draws about 2 kilowatt hours a day. They're about 1 kilowatt hour a piece. We also have a dehumidifier. That's another kilowatt hour, maybe 1.2 kilowatt hours. And then we have the actual standby current from the controller here, and that runs about 1 amp all the time. So that's about 50 watts, 24 hours, 1200 watts right there. So if you look at it, we're doing about 4 to 4.5 kilowatt hours a day. So we're going 10% into the battery stack here. If you look at the nameplate capacity, we have about 4 kilowatts out there, and we've pulled at least 2.9 on one occasion. I'm going to have to do another test where we test each string individually to see how much they actually put out. But let's assume that all we do is 3 kilowatts, and it's good for 4 hours a day. That's 12 kilowatt hours a day, and we're only using 4 to 4.5. So we've essentially got about 8 kilowatt hours a day that's going to waste. So I think the solution here is to hook more stuff up in the daytime and transfer over to shore power at night. The whole reason I don't want to pull more than that is we've got the old batteries here, and I'm not sure what it's going to take to crash these. So what I want to do right now is do these gentle, shallow discharges as opposed to taking these things down to 50% every night and bringing them back up. If we want lithium iron phosphate at, let's say, 400 amp hours, what we could do is we could do what we're doing now, pull it down halfway, and we could actually double what we have on there and still pull it down to 80% every night. So at some point, yeah, these are going to go away, and they're going to be replaced with probably at least 5 kilowatt hours of lithium iron phosphate. And what I'd like to do is to have a server rack set up with 5 kilowatt bricks, and they just keep on putting batteries in parallel, and eventually we'll have 20, 30, 40 kilowatt hours worth of storage here. Okay, this is typical right here. You can see that right now, if we look, right about 8:42 in the morning is when this cranks up and starts to produce, and it goes over the 0 line. And then right here it peaks. This is today again, and we're between 953 and 455. So we're well over 1200 watts probably right there. And that peaked right at approximately 10 o'clock in the morning, 9:43, 10 o'clock in the morning. And then you can see right here, as the voltage went up, the current started to go down here, and you see almost a nice curve right there. And you see here, the voltage all of a sudden dropped. There's an algorithm in here where it charges it for X amount of time. Okay, it's 10:55, and that's 12:56. So it looks like it charges for about 3 hours, and that at a higher voltage, and then it drops down to a maintaining voltage. And you can see here, we're still putting plenty of charge in the battery, and you see these spikes here. This is probably when the different freezers turn on and off right there. So we're still generating power at this point, and probably will be for a while. We can also look back here and see what this has done from day to day. There, it didn't quite go as high, and I think the deal with that is that that day was cloudy, and so you can see it didn't quite peak as high, but there is still plenty of power there and did what it was supposed to do. Oh yeah, that day looks like Frankenstein here. We went up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. But again, at the end of the day, literally, this thing did what it's supposed to do. This is probably our most problematical day right here. You can see we had very little direct sunshine, and this thing struggled partially there. And even right here at 6 o'clock in the evening, that dropped out, but then it came back, and then eventually the sun went down and it went away. But even there, we still broke even. The blue is actual power delivered to the batteries, and the red is the actual battery voltage scale over here. Well, that's about it, folks. I appreciate you watching, and we'll keep you updated.